Okay, so, yeah, I haven't recorded this game in like almost 2 weeks exactly. I think I did that post commentary section of the last batch last week, but, yeah, I'm going a lot slower than I usually do, I feel like. Okay, we're already in the fourth quarter, but. Well, I guess we're just starting it, technically. But, yeah, I didn't unlock this last time, so let's do that now. Capital Casino, probably my least favorite world in the game. I've kind of softened up a bit on it since first playing the game, but it's still definitely the level that I look forward to the least when replaying this game. Thankfully, I feel like World 5 is good enough to make up for it, even if there is some stuff in World 5 that I also dislike. I mean, again, that's kind of just this game in general. There's plenty I don't like about it, but there's more than enough good to make up for it, I feel like. But yeah, the casino is gonna be the level I probably do the least in, I guess. Or not do the least in, but I guess probably the one I'm gonna go slowest with, or maybe like fastest with. I don't know. It depends on whether I go in with the get this done and over with as fast as possible, or fuck it, I don't want to do this, let's put it off until later attitude, which I don't know exactly which one it is right now. But one thing I will say is we're not actually going to be going totally into this just yet. Because, like, basically my attitude with this level is I want to get it all done as fast as possible, and there is one move that we need in order to get everything in this level that we don't have just yet. And that move specifically is the move that we get in the overworld after we get one pagey in here and then leave. So that's my goal for now. I'm just gonna do enough to get a single pagey and then fuck off and get the flying move, which I'm just gonna say what it is right now because whatever. For some reason you need to be able to turn invisible to get past this opening area, even though you kind of need to be invisible to be able to reach this spot anyway. So let's just head on in here and take on our first objective, Wager Laser. Wow. Okay, this one's mildly tricky to get. Not as tricky as I sometimes think it is, but, you know. Yeah, this challenge here, I forget if Trouser specifically tells you this about the camouflage move, but there's a move that you need to know for this part that if you don't know, well, you're gonna have to figure it out. So basically, while camouflaged, if you stand under one of these lasers or on one of these lasers, Yooka will reflect. Nice. Yooka will reflect the beam from the laser behind him. And you have to use that here to get past these duders. Very simple challenge. But something kind of interesting about this challenge, it doesn't reward you with a pagey or any quills or like a molecule or whatever. It rewards you with tokens. Yeah. So basically, aside from like a handful of pages, most of the pages in this level, and by that I mean like about 19 of them, are gotten by collecting 10 chips apiece, or 10 tokens apiece, whatever you want to call them, and trading them in over here to capital B under an alias, which I forget, and I was gonna play along, because, you know, that's a joke, but... Okay, I guess he doesn't have a name. What was I thinking he did? I like how he says absolutely not crooked, like we're gonna have to do some real mind games to get past all of these. But they're really just kind of general casino fare, aside from a few like platforming sections. It's just like all kind of modified to work in a platforming environment, if that makes any sense. But yeah, we don't have enough tokens to get a pagey from him yet, so we're just gonna head over here. But actually, before we do all that, let's talk to Trouser and get our free move for this level. Well, not free, we have to pay some quills, but we've got... I feel like we have more than enough quills to pay for all the rest of the moves we're gonna need. How many do we have right now? Like, 1 million? 291, and yeah, the most expensive of these I think is like maybe 100, 120. So yeah, we got more than enough to pay for this move and then the move we get in the next level, which we don't actually need for anything aside from in said level, so... Yeah, after we're done with Capital Casino, we're basically just going to be doing backtracking and getting all this stuff in the overworld right before we take on the last world proper. So yeah, this is the move we need to break the big glass windows as opposed to the small glass cubes, or I guess ice cubes, I don't know. Maybe they're like... Who can say? Alright, so this tripped me up for a good long while. There's like a single token just hidden down here for some reason. So keep that in mind. Absolutely keep that in mind. There's also this over here. I don't think there's anything like super hidden in this part of the map, so yeah, just kind of keep doing what you do. Something like that. Alright, so this over here, let's just get these guys out of the way so they don't bug us. Basically all we do here is we just repeatedly use that rev roll attack we just got and ram into the glass here. Actually, I don't know. Can you, like, use a sonar blast here? No, that would make things too easy, I feel like, maybe. I don't know, it's already kind of easy, just kind of repetitive, I guess. So as we all know, this game does not have good combat, unlike Devil May Cry or Dark Souls, I guess. Or, I don't know, whatever the hip new game that's actually about combat is. I think we need to trade this into the Duder to get his tokens, so... Yeah, okay. So we got 5 from that. That leads us to about 16 in total. So, let's go talk to Merchant Man Jones, and then I'll be like, hey, got your stuff. So yeah, that's probably all we're going to be doing in here for this video, depending on how long it takes me to get done with all the stuff I want to do outside here. So, let's go. And this time, we actually get a cutscene for the Rextro move. Yeah, basically what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna go and get that move so we can finish Capital Casino without doing backtracking for like... fucking, what even do we need to use Flight for in there? I don't think there's any like super interesting objectives regarding it. It's just like kind of makes getting around less of a hassle and lets us get a couple more things that take 2 seconds to get. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, but I already know where that level is. I didn't really need that at all. So yeah, now we just straight up have the ability to fly. So, I've kind of held off on talking about this until now, mainly because, like, flight kind of breaks the game in a lot of ways. It's like, if you remember that one challenge we did in episode 8, I think it was? In the underground cave area, like back in World 2. Yeah, that's pretty much entirely trivialized if you have flight, as are most platforming challenges in this game, honestly. So yeah, before we get too far in Capital Casino, I want to head up here real quick, just because, you know, why not? But yeah, flight is, I don't know, it's cool, it controls kind of weird, but the main thing is just that it breaks the game, just in general. Okay, so... this challenge is kind of a good example of how weird Flappy Flight controls, because basically, your objective here is you're supposed to pop all these balloons and grab the letters that they drop. But yeah, Flappy Flight controls really weird. So, why does it control weird? Well, so it has kind of like not quite tank controls to it. So you just kind of normally move forward if you're just like holding down nothing. If you hold forward on the stick, you fly forward somewhat faster, and you turn by tilting the stick left and right. Let's get that. Where did the letter go? Right, so you turn by tilting the stick left and right, you know, basic stuff there. But the big thing is, like, you don't have, like, a quick turn or anything. If you want to go down, you tilt the stick down. And this is generally fine for, like, just kind of, like, trolling around the place, just flying around in the open areas. But sometimes the game, as you've seen, has fixed cameras. And if you have to fly during those sections, then this control scheme is really fucking weird. It's also just kind of strange because, like, square doesn't do anything, and I feel like that would probably make a little bit more sense to have as the descend button. But maybe that's just a me thing, and I just realized I forgot to turn the timer back on. Let's just, I'm just gonna assume that was like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, there's not really anything else interesting on the pathway over here. And, I don't know, I guess I could do some stuff in the overworld area here, but I kind of want to save that for later. Why not? Makes it feel a little bit more climactic, I guess. If we have some stuff to do between backtracking and going into the last level. You know? I mean, there's a lot of stuff I could do around here. I have all the moves I need to do everything in all the levels we've actually unlocked so far. In fact, as soon as I get to a total of 100 pages, which, yeah, I'd totally be able to do that before even heading into the last world. As you can see there. I can totally just, like, dart right to the final boss if I so felt like it. Which I don't, because I typically like playing these games to full completion even if there's a lot of objectives in them that I don't really like. Also, I think I overestimated how much time I was going to spend between leaving to get the move and actually getting the move. Anyway, the skull for this level is just right here. It's a little bit annoying to get, but easy to find anyway. Just literally, like, look up there when you enter the level. And also, now that we have flight, we can actually skip past these searchlights, which is mildly interesting. Right, so let's just head on over here. Just have this little area here be what we do for this episode of Yooka-Laylee. I used to pronounce the name of this game correctly, and then I don't know, there was someone I talked to for, like, a few months, maybe, in, like, a Discord server I'm in, who kind of pronounced a lot of things a little weird. Like, she pronounced the name of this game as Yooka-Laylee, as though the Y was an I. And I don't know, that always sounds wrong to me when I hear it, but then suddenly I've started pronouncing it that way, just kind of because I kept hearing it pronounced that way or something. That was a mistake. I fully understand this is, like, the least interesting thing to talk about during one of these. But yeah, a lot of the challenges in Capital, you know, I don't think are going to be like this, but you do still have a couple of these, because at the end of the day, this is still a platforming game, not just a collection of various mini-games, necessarily. Yeah, people barging in my room without warning, yeah. But yeah, this isn't like a particularly difficult objective, but I don't know. This is just kind of the part of the level I tend to think about a lot when I think about this level. Just because there's a lot of quills I tend to miss here, and this is like the part of the game where I start to, you know, actually be worried about whether I have all the quills. And like, I started like actively scouring the level to find any of the quills I missed, just because, you know, at this point you can actually get everything in these levels more or less as soon as you first start them. So I have a lot of memories of wandering around this level for ages trying to find the one quill that I always miss. And it's usually... Well, usually I miss a few, and at least one of them tends to be in here. Wow, it happened again. That sure is fun. Well, at the very least, it's late enough into the video that it shouldn't impact most of it. You know, these walls aren't even soundproofed, so you'd think people in this house would hear that I'm talking to myself in here and maybe think, hey, maybe I shouldn't just interrupt them for no reason. But no. Oh, right. This is the one I have to... Actually, let me see. Is there... No. But yeah, this is one you need the spin dash moves to get past, because you need that starting bit of momentum that you don't have otherwise. And I think that's it for this place? Yeah, okay. And we got a little bit more time if my assumption was correct anyway. So, yeah, sure, let's go through here. Shouldn't take too long. So yeah, just kind of a game of using the sonar thingo to get past more or less everything in the area. Yeah, I think this move does count. Yeah, that counts too. Might have to be like a little bit careful when you use it though, so just because reasons. I keep my ass. You don't really need to use it necessarily, or you don't need to use this platform necessarily, but you know, maybe if you're boring, you'd want to use it, but yeah, you can totally just get up here by using a spring jump. This one you might have a little bit more trouble with, I don't know. Yeah, falling through the wall, yeah. Oh yeah, and this one I think I remember seeing in one of the trailers, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that they showed off in trailers, I feel like, that kind of seems like weird stuff to show off in promotional material. Just because, like, it's not exactly action shots, it's just like, hey, here's some stuff that you can do at certain points in the game that isn't particularly interesting. Is there stuff I can get up here? No? Okay. I feel like there was some reason to come down to one of these lower areas, but I'm not seeing any. Nope. Let's just take a slide down. And because we have the magical power of flight, if we were to miss any of those, we can just like fly back up and get them. It's no big deal. But yeah, we're probably a little over time now, so next time we're going to be doing a little bit more in Capital Casino. So I will see you all then. Later, everybody. There's something about giving up, it's so